There we go. It's starting to record now.
Right.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Great.
So mine is Slack. Basically a communication platform for live chatting in the workplace. We use it all the time in the place that I work. Basically they want to, at the conference I was at this weekend, is the founder and CEO of Slack. He kind of said his goal is he wants it to replace email in a business processes. And I don't foresee that happening, but that's kind of where they're trying to head. And so, basically on the fly communication. So you're not waiting for someone's email to come in and then respond to it in a formal manner. You can just, hey, it's like text messaging basically through the system. And whoops, the cat's moving the computer. And then it kind of does a ton of integration. So we integrated in with kind of like an API system through our website because we do web-based stuff. And so if our customer support department says, they start talking about a company and they enter an org ID, what you call them org IDs. If they enter it into Slack and hit enter, it actually will pull all the data on that person into Slack so that everyone in the channel can see who it is and get all the information they need. So it's kind of a neat tool for that side of communication. So that's pretty much my technology.
I'll go next. Mine was Airtable. Basically, it's a online collaboration tool to share information, sort data. I work as a financial advisor now, but before I worked as a mechanical engineer. And when I got out of college, I did my thesis on water pump flow. So basically just running a bunch of tests. And we had two facilities, one in Ohio and one in Illinois. Would have been awesome to be able to use Airtable. Of course, this was 15 years ago, but to be able to use Airtable to collaborate with the office in Ohio to run different tests and sort data. So that's really what it's used for. Extremely user-friendly. To me, I've used Excel and Access in the past. This one I liked a lot better than those two. So yeah, that's mine.
Cool.
All right, I'll go next. All right, so mine was Venmo, which is basically like a payment app between, you could pay your friends or you can go out to eat, and instead of splitting the bill, you can just have your debit card or your bank account connected to an app called Venmo, and you can just pay for all $20 at the dinner or whatever, and then your friend can just Venmo you $10, so that way you don't have to worry about splitting the check up or anything. Or we pay our landlord and rent through Venmo. So it's just like an app that uses a third party, which is your bank, to transfer money back and forth without having to go to the ATM or anything like that. It's just very convenient and very user friendly. It's super easy to use. So that was mine.
Is that the one that's like the social, it tells, this so-and-so bought this person a beer, and then it shows them the thing? Is that
it's like you have to give a description for your your payment. So you can just put like a so-and-so paid whatever, and you could, if there's like a beer emoji under there, then it's like they paid him for a beer or whatever. So
okay, cool. Yep.
All right, and mine was Quip. It's basically a modern word processor. I've used it off and on. It's kind of like a Dropbox, but at the same time, you can actually create documents instead of just sharing documents and uploading documents. I like it well because not only can you create PDFs, you can create Word documents that can be interchanged between a smartphone, tablet, a computer, basically wherever you are. I've used that off and on quite a bit. It's fairly new in the workplace, and we're starting to use it as well. And it seems from, based upon my research on it, it seems to be an up and growing tool, which is always good. You can create and upload unlimited amount of documents. They have a free plan, they have a paid plan, so you can kind of get your feet wet. Really, that's the gist of my tool.
Cool, man. As far as going forward, I created the document where we have to, like, you're supposed to do like a half a page or to a page discussing your thing. So you guys should be able to find that now underneath the collaboration tools. And I guess just put a heading and then put the.
I put mine. I think Jake had made a document with maybe one paragraph at the top. I put mine on the second page of that.
That's
so
okay. I made that. I think that page that I created is the page where we just each pop in and say a little bit about our tool, and then so I started an introduction on it already. So we just got to each pop in there and say, hey, basically just what we said in here, and then have a conclusion, and then that's it. So.
Right. Is there supposed to be another Word page that describes our experience here on Hangout? Or is that supposed to be part of that article?
I can't remember. Is there supposed to be?
Yeah. One of them is all about just the tools. So it'll have an introduction and then the tools, and then the other one is all about Google Hangouts. I started as well. I thought the one that you were doing was the Google Hangouts one, which I can switch to that. I can just move my stuff over to it. But so I guess however we want to do that. If Jake, if you were thinking that one was just like that we discussed the tools itself, then that's cool. I'll move my stuff over onto that one, and then we'll do the Google Hangouts one with my doc.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll have to go back and look at it, but I think I created the one that was for talk about the tools, but I'm not totally sure. But I can go back and look at it. It was like last weekend when I did it, so before I left town. So
cool. So I think the rest, what we have left to do is the slides. Put in your slide if you haven't done that, and then. We need to have a little bit of paragraph about the Google Hangout session, how much we liked it or didn't like it, or the whatever the thoughts are, and then we have our actual.
Well, it could be also, where Jake put his that first paragraph. We could put our experience underneath there on that same page, because like I said, it's supposed to only be like a paragraph, and then put our tools underneath there, just in the same document.
Yeah, I know she wants 2 documents though.
Okay.
That's she's gonna want 2 documents. So anyways, we'll figure it out. Jake, just let us know. I'll look at the document and see the one you created and see if we just need to. It's just a copy and paste from one.
Right.
If the intro's talking about the tools, then just switch yours over. And if it's talking more about this, I can't. I did it like last week, and I had a long week, so I can't even remember what I wrote. I figured I'd come up with a conclusion and introduction, then we could just fill in the rest. So,
I thought the one that you had was actually discussing Google. Discussing Google Hangouts.
All right,
that's what the intro paragraph.
We can just throw our experiences under there then, and then so all we have to do is that throw our PowerPoint slide in there, and then upload the video link, and then I think we're good.
Yeah, we should be pretty good then, I believe. We'll have it, so.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you, everybody.
Appreciate it.